What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, February 25th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice will be rated R when it becomes available on Blu-ray later this year. Released in theaters with a PG-13 rating, the DC Comics superhero epic will be receiving the rated R tag for its Ultimate Edition home entertainment release, according to FilmRatings.com. The official ruling by the Motion Picture Association of America notes that the home release version of the film is receiving an R rating for featuring sequences of violence. The news comes after the success of the 20th Century Fox's Deadpool, which has earned over $235 million nationwide with an R rating. Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice opens in theaters March 25th. A sequel to the hit 2009 horror comedy Zombieland is still in development at Sony Pictures, according to the original film screenwriters. Appearing on the Q&A podcast recently, writers Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who penned the hit superhero comedy Deadpool, spoke about the film and how Zombieland 2 might still get made. Reese said it's actually still in development at Sony. They have a couple of writers taking a crack at it. We're still executive producers, and we're guiding and helping where we can. He continued by saying, I think there's still very much talked about it, but I think it has to be right. I think all the actors and original Zombieland director Ruben Fletcher all feel like there's no reason to do it again if we're not getting it exactly right. The original film, which stars Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin, was a surprise hit at the box office, leaving many to expect that a sequel was in the works. When nothing materialized due to conflicting schedules, Reese and Wernick developed a television series based on the film for Amazon, who later canceled the project in 2013 after a pilot was filmed. Reese said, we're never sure why. They talked about their demo and the kind of audiences they were trying to please and how the Zombieland crowd was too young for them. I think Amazon Prime memberships are more geared towards the head of the household. Michael B. Jordan will be joining the cast of the upcoming MGM revival of the Thomas Crown Affair. Jordan joins the film in its embryonic stage, the Hollywood Reporter noted, as it does not yet have a writer or director. The Hollywood Reporter said that the studio is looking to bolster the Creed actor and the NAACP Entertainer of the Year winner after the boxing film's box office success. The Thomas Crown Affair, starring Steve McQueen and Faye Dunaway and directed by Norman Judson, opened in theaters in 1968. The studio remade the film in 1999 with stars Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo, changing the ending. Jordan, the Fantastic Four actor, reportedly pitched the Thomas Crown remake idea to MGM executives. He's scheduled to present at the 80th Annual Academy Awards, where his co-star Sylvester Stallone is up for Best Supporting Actor. Jordan will join Daisy Ridley, Emily Blunt, Dev Patel, Cate Blanchett, and others on the Oscar stage Sunday. Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron gave fans a glimpse of the Baywatch set this week on Instagram. The 43-year-old actor and 28-year-old High School Musical star posed for photos in their red and blue lifeguard outfits while filming the big screen adaptation. Johnson wrote, #BaywatchDay1. My character Mitch Buchanan just gave Zac Efron's character Matt Brody the all-important beach speech about what it means to have manly alpha balls. Zac's ad-lib responses were brilliant. He also added, world, get ready to have some fun because the beach will never be the same. #onset, #Baywatch, #day1, #alpha balls, #now who needs mouth to mouth. Efron captioned his own post by writing, first day of protecting the Bay is a wrap. Thanks to the big guy Dwayne. Stay tuned. More adventures lie ahead. #speeder ready, #Baywatch. The Baywatch reboot will co-star Alexander Daddario, Kelly Roebuck, and Priyanka Chopra, with Infinish Hedera as Johnson's love interest Steph. The actor also shared a photo with Hedera, who plays Debbie Cowie on Showtime series Billionaires. Johnson captioned the snapshot, our 5'11" talented badass smokestack at Effinator dominated the role of Stephanie Holden and some big bald inked up brown dude giving the gangster point. The original Baywatch series ran from 1989 to 1990 on NBC and from 1991 to 2001 in syndication. The movie is directed by Seth Gordon and it opens in theaters May 19th, 2017. NBC is beefing up its cast list for an upcoming DC Comics comedy pilot, Powerless, adding Community's Danny Pudi, Subpurgatory's Alan Tudyk, and A to Z's Christina Kirk. The three actors joined Vanessa Hudgens in series regular roles, Variety reports. Pudi will play Teddy, Hudgens' character Emily's best friend, in the workplace comedy taking place within the DC universe. Tudyk will play Dell, Emily's new overbearing boss, while Kirk will play superhero fan and office assistant Jackie. Hudgens, who recently appeared on Fox's Grease Live, will play Emily Locke, an insurance claim adjuster annoyed by superheroes as they disrupt everyday life. Colt Pratis has landed the iconic role of Johnny for the upcoming TV remake of 1987's Dirty Dancing. Pratis, a singer, dancer, and actor recently seen in Rock of Ages, will play the part made famous by the late Patrick Swayze opposite Abigail Breslin, who will play Baby. Actress Jennifer Grey was the first to play the role in the Emile Adriano-directed original. Deborah Messing is also on the cast list as Marjorie Houseman, Baby's mother. Wayne Blair will direct the project, and Hamilton's Anthony Blankenbuehler as choreographer. Pratis came to fame through his role in pop singers Pink's choreographed music video for Try, released in 2012. After the video, he toured with the singer during the Truth About Love tour. Demi Moore is set to return to the small screen in her first starring television role in the new drama series 10 Days in the Valley. According to Deadline, Moore is set to portray Jane Sadler, a writer and single mother who puts everything on the line to save her 5-year-old child who was abducted from her home. The new drama comes from writer-producer Tassie Cameron, who co-created, executive produced, and wrote ABC's hit cop series Rookie Blue. Cameron will pen and serve as a showrunner on 10 Days as well. The role marks the first time Moore will appear on television since starring as Jackie Templeton on General Hospital before launching her film career in 1983. 10 Days in the Valley is currently being shopped to networks. Mindy Kaling used Instagram to reveal a few of her beauty secrets ahead of the Costume Designers Guild Awards. The Office actress and comedian posted an image of herself to social media site Tuesday wearing light-colored shapewear while applying extra deodorant under her arms. Kaling wrote in the photo's caption, "Award show prep, America's sweetheart." Mini Project star's photo came just before the award ceremony, to which she arrived in a costume gown by Salvador Perez to present the Outstanding Contemporary Television Series Award. She said on stage, according to E! News, "I'm being honored with the Pillsbury Award for Best Muffin Top." Actor Topher Grace of That 70s Show's fame compiled a supercut of clips from the HBO series Curb Your Enthusiasm into a new episode of Seinfeld. Grace shared the 9.5-minute video that contained both video clips and audio snippets from Curb Your Enthusiasm's 7th season to Facebook. He wrote, "I edited all the Seinfeld scenes from Curb Season 7 into one episode. It's more like a radio play, but if you sew together all the dialogue from audition scenes, read-throughs, and rehearsal together, a 9-minute hint at what the pilot of a reunion might have been." Seinfeld creator Larry David created the clips in the place of a real-life Seinfeld reunion in the HBO series, in which he presents a farcical version of his real life. One season, 7-episode pokes fun at David's belief that a reunion would be pathetic, desperate, in a conversation between David and Seinfeld's characters. Seinfeld asks, "Explain to me again, why isn't that lame?" America's Next Top Model will be hitting the runway once again as VH1 has picked up the competition series for a new season. According to Deadline, Top Model will return for a new 14-episode run that will return to its roots in New York City, where it originally took place. Series creator Tyra Banks, who hosted the show during its entire run, will be returning behind the scenes as an executive producer, as the new season will introduce a new host and cast of judges. Banks said in a statement, "After creating an incredible global brand, I am beyond excited to have the show reborn." She also said, "I will continue as executive producer, but most turn my attention to new business endeavors, so I want to find a new host. I'm pumped to identify that person and bring back the show. Top Model fans, you demand that the show come back, and VH1 answered that call. Get ready for a fierceified rebirth." America's Next Top Model originally premiered on UPN in 2003 before moving on to the CW, where it aired for 22 seasons until it ended its run in October. Banks said on social media at the time, thinking at America's Next Top Model 22 should be our last cycle. I truly believe it's time. May your picks be forever fierce. Keep on smizzing. Chrissy Teigen chose to conceive a daughter during her in vitro fertilization treatment. The 30-year-old model revealed this information in an interview with People while promoting her cookbook, Cravings, Recipes for All the Food You Want to Eat, which hit shelves Tuesday. She told the magazine, "I've made this decision. Not only am I having a girl, but I picked the girl from her little embryo. I picked her and was like, let's put in the girl." Teigen and her husband, John Legend, conceived via IVF after struggling with fertility issues. The couple announced the model's pregnancy in October and revealed they are having a girl in December. Teigen explained to People, "I think I was the most excited and allured by the fact that John would be the best father to a little girl. Just the thought of seeing him with a little girl, I think he deserves a little girl. I think he deserves that bond." She qualified by saying, "A boy will come along. We'll get there too. So it's not like we really have to pick, but he is definitely very lucky to have a little girl. And this girl is going to be so completely lucky to have John as her papa. It's crazy." Teigen is known for her modeling work with Sports Illustrated and for co-hosting Spike TV's series Lip Sync Battle with LL Cool J. She also appeared on Cooking Channel's specials and thanked fans for supporting Cravings on social media Tuesday. She tweeted, "Thank you for the enormous turnout to Barnes & Noble's tonight. Truly cannot believe it. I had no idea if anyone would come, and I could cry." Teigen showed off her growing baby bump alongside Legend at the Grammy Awards last week. The 37-year-old singer later cozied up to his wife's bump prior to a shopping spree with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. A teenage driver crashed her car into the home of Sex and the City star Kim Cattrall early Wednesday morning. Cattrall retweeted photos of the crash, adding that the driver was a 16-year-old girl traveling with friends in a white SUV. She wrote, "A senseless 16-year-old driver plowed into my home joyriding at 1 a.m. People could have been killed. You should be ashamed." Photos show the car backed slightly away from the front door or home as debris can be seen inside on the desk. Cattrall responded to several tweets saying that no one in the home was injured, but she remained shaken up following the incident. In one tweet, she wrote that the crash occurred in the Pacific Northwest, but did not provide further details about the location. Actor and comedian Terry Crews, who revealed a longtime addiction to pornography in 2014, recently returned to the topic via social media in a series of short videos in an attempt to connect with fans. The latest video from the Brooklyn Nine-Nine actor and father of 5 sees him giving relationship and self-help advice regarding the false sense of entitlement he says addiction prompts within a person. The former NFL player also explains pornography is an, quote, intimacy killer for couples, citing experience with his own wife, Rebecca King. He said, "Every time I watched it, I was walled off. It was like another brick that came between me and my wife, and the truth is, everything you need for intimacy is in your partner." Crews also discussed the issue of racial and gender inequality, saying despite someone's sense of entitlement, no one person is better than another. He said, "Every person on earth is priceless. You are no better than any other person, and that's male, female." The actor began his ongoing discussion of the effects of porn addiction on individuals, couples, and families in a 5-minute clip posted 2 weeks ago where he admitted he checked himself into rehab. He said in one of the 3 videos posted to his Facebook page, "Some people say, hey man, you can't really be addicted to pornography. But I'm going to tell you something. If the day turns into night and you are still watching, you probably have got a problem, and that was me." The actor described the effects watching porn had on his relationship with wife and gospel singer King. He said, "My wife was literally like, I don't know you anymore, and I'm out of here. And that changed me. I had to change because I realized, this thing is a major, major problem. I literally had to go to rehab for it. The thing that I found by not telling people, it becomes more powerful, but when you tell and when you put it out there in the open, it loses power." Amanda Bynes showed off her new short haircut Tuesday on Twitter. The 29-year-old actress returned to the social media site to share a photo of her look, writing, "Hi everyone, I got a haircut. What do you think?" Bynes had long blonde locks down to her waist when she last posted in December. The star's tresses now graze her shoulders and appear to be a lighter shade of blonde. The former Nickelodeon star returned to class at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandise in October and was spotted on a walk this month. Sources told E! News that the actor actress appeared to be doing well after being placed on an involuntary psychiatric hold in 2014. An insider said she keeps to herself, but she seems really healthy and focused on her schooling. She seems like she's in a much better place, and she looks great. The source added, no one really treats her any different because she's Amanda Bynes. You can tell she really just wants to be a normal student. Everyone at FIDM is really chilled and respects her and her space. Bynes came to fame as a child star on Nickelodeon series All That and the Amanda Show. She later appeared in the movies She's the Man and Hairspray, but has since turned her focus from acting to fashion design. Khloe Kardashian claims ex-boyfriend James Harden was unfaithful while they were dating. The 31-year-old reality star talked about her split from the 26-year-old Houston Rockets shooting guard on an episode of her FYI talk show Cocktails with Khloe, scheduled to air March 2nd. Kardashian said, I just don't want to put up with people that you want to be monogamous, but then you're not monogamous. I always said it's long distance. We don't need to be monogamous. There's a lot of things going on in both of our lives. The stars asked, what girl says that? And the guy says, why wouldn't you say, okay, that's great, instead of forcing a relationship and saying, let's be committed, let's be committed. He wanted that, I wanted that, but I want to be realistic. Kardashian and Harden were first linked in July and carried on a long-distance relationship between Los Angeles and Houston. The NBA star supported Kardashian's relationship with her estranged husband Lamar Odom, but allegedly ended up cheating after seeking commitment. Kardashian said, he sought me out, he wanted to be committed, then he wasn't committed, so Coco had to go. At first I was like, great, this guy's in it for the long haul, let's do it. I found out he wasn't, and I got the receipts to prove it. Kardashian and Odom's divorce was pending when the 36-year-old former NBA star was discovered unconscious in a Las Vegas brothel. The reality star called off their divorce during Odom's subsequent hospitalization, but said they aren't back together Tuesday on The Talk. She confirmed, we're not back together. I didn't want for our divorce to happen, but it happened for many reasons, and that doesn't mean I just forget about this person. I still believe in my vows of being there for him. I know it's confusing. It's very confusing. It's not a romantic place. Cocktails with Khloe premiered in January and airs Wednesdays at 10 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time on FYI. Following the title release of The Life of Pablo, Kanye West continues to make new music with his latest track addressing the musician's recent Twitter rants and alleged debt. According to Rolling Stone magazine, West appeared at the Los Angeles-based 10AK Club Tuesday, where he proceeded to plug in his laptop and play a new track reportedly titled Closest Thing to Einstein. The song, which features vocals from Sampha, contains lyrics from the outspoken rapper referencing his Twitter tirades, how he has fallen in debt, and how he compares himself to Albert Einstein. West raps, people trying to say I'm going crazy on Twitter. My friends say to stay low. I guess it's hard to decipher all of the deals, especially when you got family members on payroll. The media says it was outlandish spending. The media says, hey, he's way out of control. I know I'm the most influential. That time cover was just confirmation. This generation's closest thing to Einstein. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Following the new song's debut, West slammed music producer Bob Ezrin on social media after he called the 38-year-old's music and production skills, quote, sophomoric at best, in an article written for critic Bob Liffelet's email newsletter. Ezrin, who has worked with Pink Floyd, Kiss, and Lou Reed, wrote about West's career. He didn't open up new avenues of public discourse like NWA, or introduce the world to a new art form like Grandmaster Flash, or even meaningfully and memorably address social issues through his music like Marshall, Macklemore, and Kendrick. West wrote in response on Twitter before launching into a full-scale critique of his own, has anybody ever heard of Bob Ezrin? He continued by writing, I'm tired of old people that have no connection with anything trying to comment on music. Do something relevant, please. Don't speak on me, bro, ever again. Kesha has taken to social media to thank her supporters for her following her emotional legal battle with producer Dr. Luke. The singer wrote on Instagram Tuesday alongside a selfie, I am beyond words and gratitude. Thank you is not enough, but it's all that I have. She continued 1,000,000 times over and forever thank you. The support I have received has left my face swollen from tears. I love you all so much. A statement too large for this format is coming. On Friday, a New York judge denied Kesha's injunction against Dr. Luke, leaving her legally bound to her contract with the producer amid allegations that he had sexually, physically, and verbally abused her. Artists have been showing their support for Kesha on social media, including Demi Lovato and Taylor Swift, who was later reported to have donated $250,000 to Kesha. Producer Jack Antonoff offered Monday to help Kesha with new music, writing on Twitter, "Don't know what the legal specifics are, but if you want to make something together and then leak it for everyone, I'm around." Meanwhile, Dr. Luke responded to the allegations Monday, denying that he ever drugged or raped her on Twitter. He wrote alongside a long series of tweets, "I didn't rape Kesha, and I have never had sex with her. Kesha and I were friends for many years, and she was like my little sister." He continued by writing, "Kesha and I made a lot of songs together, and it was often good, but there were creative differences at times. It's sad that she would turn a contract negotiation into something so horrendous and untrue." Gigi Hadid and boyfriend Zayn Malik appeared to be going strong. The 20-year-old American model was all smiles in a new photo with the 23-year-old British singer shared Tuesday on Instagram. Malik posted a Polaroid of himself kissing Hadid alongside a t-shirt of a gun shooting roses. Hadid and the former One Direction singer have been linked since November and went public with their relationship on social media in December. The model also starred in Malik's music video for his first solo single, Pillow Talk, which debuted in January. Sources told E! News this month Zayn and Gigi are getting serious. Gigi was so excited when Zayn asked her to be in his music video. They both acted very professional on set, but it was very obvious that they were in love. They couldn't stop flirting with each other. The cozy snap comes amid controversy about Hadid's Vogue China cover. Fans were dismayed to see the magazine erase the model's stomach moles with Photoshop when Hadid shared the March issue last week on Instagram. Selena Gomez will team up with DNCE on her forthcoming revival tour. The 23-year-old singer and DNCE members Joe Jonas, Jack Lawless, Cole Whittle, and Jinjo Lee announced as much on social media Tuesday. DNCE surprised Gomez with the news in her Los Angeles apartment as seen on Jonas' social media accounts. He and Gomez are both former Disney Channel stars who went on to pursue solo acting and singing careers. Gomez released her second studio album, Revival, in October and will kick off her company tour May 6 in Las Vegas. She and DNCE will perform across the U.S. and Canada before bringing the venture to a close July 9th in Anaheim, California. Joe Jonas and his brothers came to fame in the boy band Jonas Brothers and starred in Disney's Camp Rock movies with Demi Lovato. Jonas released a solo album, Fast Life, in 2011 before forming the pop rock DNCE in 2015. Charlie XCX is bolstering her place in music with the announcement of a new recording label, Varoom Varoom Recordings. The British pop artist will release a 4-track EP Friday through the label, which has also picked up London-based groups Rivers and performer Coco Lander. The upcoming ED, also titled Varoom Varoom, will feature the title track from producer Sophie, which made its debut on the airwaves last fall via Beats One. Charlie said, "Sometimes we get aggressive, sometimes we get beautiful," said of her collaboration with Sophie through a statement released to Fatter magazine Tuesday. The singer also released her latest single, Trophy, alongside the announcement, as well as news that she will be leading her own show on Beats One Radio. XCS said the new Varoom Varoom label will support sharp, potent, deadly, and ultimately trend-setting and memorable artists. Music heard from the company will don the mark of the singer's love for bubblegum pop with mystery and darkness. She continued in the statement, "I'm making beautiful party songs right now, and this is just a start. The album goes to other places, and I can't wait for people to hear it. I feel the most creative I have in a long time, and I couldn't be more excited for the next chapter." Madonna surprised children in 2 Manila shelters when she made an unexpected appearance Tuesday with her dance team. Administrators of the Hospicio de San Jo Orphanage and Bahay Tulianjan shelter, which housed street and orphan children, were expecting the dancers but did not know Madonna was coming until an hour before. The pop star bombarded her Instagram accounts with pictures of herself with her homies. However, according to officials at both centers, Madonna's staff asked them not to take photos. Catherine Seri, Deputy Executive Director of Bahay Tulian, said the star spent more than 45 minutes with the children but took time to ask about the shelter's program. Madonna is in the Philippine capital for her #Rebel Heart tour, which shows Wednesdays and Thursday night at the Manila Mall of Asia Arena. Celine Dion resumed her Las Vegas residency Tuesday, less than 6 weeks after her husband Renee Angeli's death. The 47-year-old Canadian singer returned to the Coliseum stage at Caesars Palace, where she paid tribute to Angeli, who died after a lengthy battle with cancer at the age of 73 on January 14th. She began in a written message to the crowd, "I understood that my career was in a way his masterpiece, his song, his symphony. The idea of leaving it unfinished would have hurt him terribly. I realized that if he ever left us, I would have to continue without him, for him." Angeli served as Dion's manager for over a decade before marrying her in 1994. The couple have 3 sons, 14-year-old Renee Charles and 5-year-old twins Nelson and Eddie, who were featured in a photo montage of Angeli's life. Dion opened with the Barbra Streisand ballad, "With One More Look at You, Watch Closely Now," and dissolved into tears again while singing "All by Myself." The first 20 minutes of the concert were streamed live on her website, CelineDion.com. She told the audience after her performance, "I have to tell you that was definitely the most difficult show that I've done in my whole life, and I want to thank you for the support. I can't say to all of you tonight, I love you." And now let's take a look at the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of March 5th. Number 10, DNCE with "Cake by the Ocean." Number 9, The Chainsmokers featuring Roses with "Roses." Number 8, G-Eazy and Bebe Rexha with "Me, Myself, and I." Number 7, Adele with "Hello." Number 6, Zayn Malik with "Pillow Talk." Number 5, Flo Rida with "My House." Number 4, Justin Bieber with "Sorry." Number 3, 21 Pilots with "Stress Out." Number 2, Justin Bieber with "Love Yourself." And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of March 5th, Rihanna featuring Drake with "Work." And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 2004, The Passion of the Christ opens in the U.S. The Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson's film about the last 44 hours of Jesus of Nazareth's life, opens in theaters across the United States on this date in 2004. Not coincidentally, the day was Ash Wednesday, the start of the Catholic season of Lent. The star of action-packed blockbusters like the Lethal Weapon series and Braveheart, Gibson was earning more than $20 million per movie at the time he decided to direct The Passion of the Christ, for which he received no cash compensation. Largely based on the 18th century diaries of St. Anne Catherine Emmerich, the film was a true labor of love for Gibson, who later told Time magazine that he had, quote, "a deep need to tell this story. The Gospels tell you what basically happened. I want to know what really went down." He scouted locations in Italy himself and had the script translated from English to Aramaic, thought to be Jesus' first language, and Latin by a Jesuit scholar. Gibson's original intention was to show the Passion of the Christ without subtitles in an attempt to transcend the language barriers with visual storytelling, as he later explained. With dialogue entirely in Latin, Hebrew, and Aramaic, the film was eventually released with subtitles. A year before The Passion of the Christ was released, controversy flared over whether it was anti-Semitic. Abraham Foxman, head of the Anti-Defamation League, went on record saying that Gibson's film, quote, could fuel hatred, bigotry, and anti-Semitism. Specifically, its opponents claimed the movie would contribute to the idea that Jews should be blamed for the death of Jesus, which has been at the root of much anti-Jewish violence over the course of history. For his part, Gibson categorically denied the allegations of anti-Semitism, but they continued to haunt him years after the film's release. Ironically, in July 2006, he was arrested for driving under the influence. A league police report of the incident stated that Gibson made anti-Semitic remarks to the arresting officer. Gibson later acknowledged the report's accuracy and publicly apologized for the remarks. Meanwhile, the Christian critics of the film's story pointed to its departure from the New Testament and its reliance on works other than the Bible, such as Emmerich's diaries. Gibson, who put millions of his own money into the project, initially had trouble finding a distributor for the film. Eventually, Newsmarket Films signed on to release it in the United States. Upon its debut in February 2004, The Passion of the Christ surprised many by becoming a huge hit at the box office. It also continued to fuel the fires of controversy, earning harsh criticisms for extreme violence and gore. Much of the film focused on the brutal beating of Jesus prior to his crucifixion, which many saw as an overkill. The film critic Roger Ebert called The Passion of the Christ the most violent film I have ever seen. Gibson's response to similar charges was that such a reaction was intentional. In an interview with Diane Sawyer, he claimed, "I wanted it to be shocking, and I wanted it to be the extreme, so that they see the enormity of that sacrifice, to see that someone could endure that and still come back with love and forgiveness, even through extreme pain and suffering and ridicule." And as your entertainment report for Thursday, February 25th, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.